Hello everyone, welcome back to Famous Unknown. It's been a while, right? Yes, well, I'm back with a banger. There's this video that I saw on social media platforms, and ladies and gentlemen, the guy narrating the story, his story kind of bust my mind. But before I talk about it, let's go watch the video.
So I'm just coming from a date, actually a first date, right, with this girl I met, and believe me when I tell you, this is the most traumatic thing I've ever experienced in my whole life. Like, the craziest thing I've ever experienced. I've been in the car for like 1 hour, still trying to like wrap my head around the whole thing. But let me just give you a quick backstory, guys. So you know what? For anonymity's sake, let's just call this person Gifty. Okay. So I made a video about a month ago, talking about the fact that I was totally down with like relationships and dating and everything related to that, right? And this girl referred to that post and sent me a message that, oh, why are you done with, like, why have you given up on relationships? And, when your wife is literally just here with like 2 laughing emojis. In my mind, I was like, now why is she? But during that time, then it wasn't even in my mind to like check her profile. But later, something told me that I should just go and check her profile. Then I went to check this girl's profile. Then realized that this girl has like a very large following, and she's kind of like, she's like an influencer with very active on TikTok, and like she's very, very, very pretty too. So I decided to text her back. So, I texted her back and we started talking, right? And, we started talking like, and eventually she told me that, oh, she's not really, she would love to, take the conversation of TikTok and like, so she gave me her digits, right? And we started texting through iMessage. Now, we were texting like, normal talking stage questions like, hey, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies? We're having like very mature conversation. I wasn't asking her what's the color of her pants and what does she sleep naked. No, I wasn't asking her those foolish questions. I was asking her, very mature questions. Okay, so in the process of talking, right, I asked her politely, can we FaceTime? Because I know how social media and catfishing is. Somebody can look like Kim Kardashian on social media, but when you meet them in real life, chewa. So I asked her, can we FaceTime? And she was like, oh, why not? So we FaceTimed, right? And guy, she was actually a real person who, like, hallelujah. She was actually so pretty, like same person. I was like, wow. I was so shocked. So we spoke, right? And I was asking her a question. I asked her, what's her favorite food to eat? And she was like, oh, she loves pasta. I'm like, oh, coincidentally, I also love pasta. So, let's go on a pasta date, confidently I asked her this. So I asked her when she's free and she told me, today, Saturday, like I'm literally from the dates right now, guys. And she was like, oh, she's free today. And I was like, oh, no problem, you know what, I'll make reservations and everything so that you can go. So I made reservations and everything around like 7:30. Yes, so that was the time, 7:30 p.m. that we should go on a date. She was like, okay, she'll be there, no problem. So I called her around like 6 o'clock to ask her, should I come and pick her up? She was like, oh, nah, that's fine, she'll come herself, she'll Uber herself. And I was like, oh, no problem. So I got to the restaurant at around like 6:45. Guys, that's like 30 minutes earlier, crowd, like more than 30 minutes earlier. I got to the restaurant like 6:45 and I was like waiting for it, just to like secure the whole place and, make sure everything is set for this date. So I got there like 6:45 and was, waiting for her. Then 7 o'clock, this girl hasn't come. Okay. 7:30, this girl hasn't come. 7:45, this girl hasn't come. 8 o'clock, this girl hasn't come. 8:15, before this girl texted me, I am here with like 15 exclamation signs was it. Then I was like, then I vexed, but like I just kept my composure and she was like, okay, I'm inside, she can come in. So where I was sitting, right, I could literally see anybody who is coming to the entrance. So now I saw this girl coming, right, but I saw her with a man, but I wasn't wearing my glasses, so I couldn't really see who the person was. But I saw her coming with like an older man. So I saw her coming towards me, then I waved, then she came. So she got to the table and introduced me to this man who is her dad. And she was like, oh, come, this is my dad, blah, blah, blah. And I introduced myself, and everything. In my mind, I was like, oh, maybe her dad came to drop her off and maybe he wanted to see who, she was coming on a date with and things like that. The next second, and the table 2 was a table of 2. The next second, I've seen this man put chair from one open table, put chair and has added it to the table of 2 and has come to sit with us to the date between the 2 of us. See, I was so confused. I didn't even know what was going on. I tried to look at the girl and she had J-eye, like she wasn't even looking in my direction at all. Guys, so the next thing I heard was the dad in some very funny accent. Hello, so gentlemen, what work do you do? What are your intentions to... Guys, see, I was so confused. See, my mind was trying to process the whole situation. The next thing, make her hear, hello, so gentlemen, what are your intentions towards my daughter? I was I was in shock. Like the man started blasting me questions like, guy, we're in an interview. So what work do you do? How much salary do you make in a month? What is your guy? See, the man started blasting me questions left and right. What work do your parents do? What is the name of your father? Where is your father? Guy, he asked me like, bro, the whole time this man was asking me questions, right? This girl had JI, like, like she didn't even come on a date with me, bro. Then, so while I was in the interview, like, see, I was visibly sweating. While I was in the interview, then the waitress came, right? So the waiter brought 3 menus, right? While I was like busily searching through the menu to find what to eat, the next thing I heard was that, so we order lobster linguine for the 3 of us. The man has ordered the man ordered food for the 3 of us. I was just looking at him like this, and he didn't even look at my face. He ordered the food for the 3 of us, the same thing. I didn't talk. See, the questions continued. I hope you don't smoke. I hope you don't drink. I hope you are not a felon. See, some crazy questions, guy. So this man continued blasting me with questions, left, right, center, and I told him politely, Dad, can you excuse me? And I went to the washroom. As I went to the washroom, see, I wanted to find a way to run away. I'm not lying to you. Hey, I just wanted to run away by my mind. You know, at that point, before they came, I had ordered a drink, right? And it was not, you know, I had to pay for the drink, so I had no choice than to still stay. So I went back. He continued asking me questions. Then the food came in. So the food came in, we ate the food. See, whole time, this girl hasn't opened her mouth once, I promise. So after we finished eating the food, right, and he ordered wine. You know, he had already asked me whether I drink, and I was like, no. So he was like, you said you don't drink, right? He ordered the wine. In my mind, I was like, oh, probably he's going to pay for it. I don't know. So we are done eating and everything, right? And the waitress brings the bill. So the bill comes, right? He collects the bill, looks at the price of everything that we bought and gives it back to me and says, I hope you know if you want my daughter, you should be able to take care of the bills. Guy, this is literally our first date. How would I even know if I want her if you've never made me speak to this girl self? Like, can you imagine? Mind you, the lobster linguine, say whatever I bought, one plate was 410 cedis. 410 cedis plus the wine he bought, almost everything was like almost 2k. Guy, see, 2k. See, that's somebody's monthly salary, somebody's school fees. That comes to So he waited for me to, I had no choice, so I paid the bill. He waited for me to pay the bill. So I paid the bill. When I was done paying the bill, like 1 minute later, then he got up. He got up, took his daughter's hand, right? Took his daughter's hand and was like, okay, gentlemen, so you're going to hear from us. Then they left. That was it. See, that was it. In my mind, I was like, why is he using us? Why is he an arranged marriage I was coming for, or I was coming to seek employment? Like, that you're saying you hear from us. Like, bro. See, after they left, right, I sat in the restaurant for like 30 good minutes, trying to wrap my head around what just happened. Like, I thought this thing just happened in movies, guy. I sat in the restaurant for 30 minutes for one of the waiters to come and check up on me and was like, hello, sir, please, are you okay? And I was like, guy, I am not okay. But I couldn't tell anybody what has happened. And I came down from the restaurant, came into my car and sat for an extra, this is why I'm here. I sat for an extra like 30 minutes and I was like, nah, I have to come and say this because I still can't believe it. Guys, till now, the girl hasn't texted me. Like, I don't even know what is happening. I don't even know whether I'm in a Tyler Perry movie or like, bro.
Yes, as you heard. So the guy met this girl on social media platforms and then they exchanged phone numbers. So they started from there. Well, they planned on the date, okay? The guy was there at first waiting for the lady to show up. When she showed up with somebody else, which the lady claimed that was her dad. Fine. My question is, was he really her dad? Think about it. Well, this guy here, though it's sad, but at that moment, he wasn't smart enough. To me, I don't think that's the lady's dad. No way. Who will bring their dad on a date that they're going with somebody else? Nobody does that. This is the first time that I've heard this. What we normally see is maybe the dad will be dropping off the lady, not being part of the date. So this man actually came in, sat down and ordered something for them to eat, and then later on they got up for him to pay the bill. And this girl here didn't even utter a word to the guy. Come on, bro. Come on. The initial stages. The girl took forever to show up at the restaurant, okay? And then she showed up with a grown-ass man claiming that's her dad. Bro, that was a red flag. That was the deal breaker for you to get up and go. Who brings their dad on a date? First time meeting this person, and they bring their dad on a date? And this man here interrogating you. Come on. And plus, you didn't choose whatever that you want to eat. He just ordered everything for you guys to eat, okay? And then after, they left. No. It was a planned thing. Either her and the supposed dad have something going. Yes, that's not her dad. They have something going on. That's either the sugar daddy or the boyfriend, whatever it is. It cannot be a dad. A dad having time bringing your daughter to a date and asking all these questions like, yes, I understand maybe the dad want to know about the guy who is interested in his daughter. If that's the case, I'm 100% sure the dad will tell the girl to invite the guy to the house. Bring the guy over to the house so that I can have a dialogue with the guy. That's how it happens. But no, but you coming to the date, sit there and then dine with them. Oh my gosh, my bro, you were not smart at all. And at least maybe because of patience, but if that was me and the girl wasn't even talking to me, but it was the man, first 2-3 questions, I'd be like, I will start talking to you and I'd be like, what's going on? Of course, I want to know what's happening. Why are you bringing your dad on a date? Our first date, why are you bringing your dad? I'll be asking these questions. If it doesn't sit well with me, just get up and leave. Or remember when you went to the washroom, you should have even go straight to the bar, pay for the drink that you ordered prior to them coming, and then after you leave. Now you cough out these 2K to pay the bills. And ever since, you haven't heard from the girl. So these people are just there. Maybe they were hungry or there's something that they wanted to try. So they use you. And you don't want to put out the girl's information for people to know. Come on, the brother who would want to know who this girl is, so that most of them don't fall victim to this. So my bro, just release the information of the guy, like the comment section. If you go to this video's comment section, everybody is saying put up the girl's info for them to know. And also you didn't do well by sitting there, though you have the patience, but I don't think me I can take that. No way, man, no way. Well, that's what our brother went through. So fam, let me know what y'all think. Leave your comment at the comment section. And if today is your first time coming across my video, please do subscribe to Famous Unknown, like and also share the videos. And until meet again, I'm your host, Shaolin the Kasaharisis. I'm out.